All right, what's up everybody? It's Anthony Ferrell. Today we are here to talk about model posing. Now, I could be the one to walk you through these poses, but I found someone better to do it. So today we're gonna bring in my good friend, Bree, come on down. So today we're gonna make it real cute, real simple. We're gonna go through 3 different poses that you can do if you're starting out as an aspiring model or if you just wanna pose better in general. So without further ado, how do you feel?
I'm ready. I'm feeling good.
Okay, yeah, this is gonna be great. Let's go ahead and get into it. Pose number 1. All right, so we're gonna start into our poses. Give me pose number 1 and what would you call it?
I call this one the hip hop. Not hip hop, hip hop.
Okay.
So basically, I would just stand with my feet apart and I would just pop either my left or right hip, whatever is comfortable. And I will pop my toe a little bit as well to add a little oomph to my legs. And then I would just put my arms down or.
Okay, so we're popping the hip and we're basically elevating our toe to give us some shape with our body. Okay, love that. Okay, so pose number 2, what does that look like?
Pose number 2 is called chill and lay back.
Okay.
Basically, you would put one foot behind your leg, get all the way up on that toe, lean back a little bit, also pop that hip, and I would put my hands in my pockets and I would just pose one hand out, one hand in, whatever is comfortable.
Okay, so before we move on to pose number 3, I see we've mentioned pop the hip twice. If you could say why is it so important to pop your hip?
I would say it adds the angles of your body. It shows different shapes of your body as well, because posing, you will also always want to move and show different shapes of your body. You can do triangle, do circle.
So you want to see shapes and curves, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, pose number 3, what's your go-to?
This one is called the walkaway.
So we're profile.
And then I would just keep walking, act like you're walking, but lean forward, then lean back, like a little rock. But then I would just swing my arm back.
Okay.
Keep moving, always keep rocking, and just keep.
Okay, love that. So we got 3 poses, and before we kind of put this in action and show you what it looks like, what would be your recommendation on how to get better at these poses? What did you do when you first started to get better?
I was constantly in the mirror. Every single day, get in the mirror, keep posing, keep doing crazy facial expressions, do crazy things with your arms, like I said, angles, shapes, crazy expressions, beautiful expressions, whatever feels comfortable. Even if it doesn't feel comfortable, sometimes it could be the shot, it could be the look, depending on what you're booked for or the type of work you're doing.
So y'all hear that? That means try everything. And try most stuff at home first, and then when you get on set, you just gotta feel it. Let the confidence take over. So now that we have our poses in hand, what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually take a few pictures. I'm gonna let you see this in action, and then we'll kind of walk our way through how do we modify these poses a little bit. So a lot of people think you gotta have 15, 20 poses in your pocket. Really, you need a solid 3, and then you just need to know how to modify them. So we're gonna get into that. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead. So give me the first pose.
First pose.
So, looking at that. Good. So I see that you're keeping basically the fundamentals of this pose the same. You're just modifying it by changing your hand placement. And what else are we doing?
Also changing like your angles. Also keep moving your body, never stop moving, because you never know what type of poses or shots he'll get.
If we go back and I do full body, this is basically the same pose, but we're just modifying it. So you don't have to think about a new pose every time. You just need to know that, hey, something needs to move. It doesn't need to be your full body. It can be just your hand, your head, your shoulders. All of those play a huge part. And then if the photographer is good at his job, he'll know to move around too.
Exactly.
And you get something different out of what you're doing. So just by both of us basically doing a little bit of a dance, one pose can go a long way.
Yes, it can.
Let's hop into pose number 2.
Okay. Pose number 2. That is the chill and Mr. Laid Back.
Chill, lay back. Love that. And as you can see, base of the pose, the fundamentals are staying the same, but you can see how much variation you can get just by making small adjustments. So another way to think about this is like, you can still use these poses, and let's say I want to incorporate a prop. So let's say this chair. So still standing.
Still standing.
So now we have incorporated a prop, still our laid back, chill, relax, but now we have an added element.
Even you can sit down, still pose with it.
Once again, let me change my angle just a little bit.
Always keep your foot pop, keep moving, and keep your body flowing.
Yeah.
If you feel like some poses would be cool.
So let's go back to that. I like how you pop that knee up.
Better?
Yep.
Sometimes good to pop.
So very small changes yield big results. Pose number 3 was the walkaway, right?
Yeah.
In this situation, I mean, I could go crazy with the shutter and, you know, do like a little, hold on, let me just, I don't even know if this camera will keep up.
Right, look.
So go ahead and give it to me. Okay. Camera had a little speed to it. I didn't expect that. Now,
Yeah.
I think that is a great understanding of posing in general. So in this situation, now I'm just going to shoot and I'm gonna let Bree kind of free roam. And I'm saying this because I want you to see the fruits of just doing this over and over and what it yields for you. So,
And also, I have a mirror in front of me. Like I said from the beginning, always have a mirror. It is best to have a mirror to see what you're doing and also just feel what you're doing.
so let's show them what you are capable of. So I would say one thing that Bree does really well is moving her arms around, giving me some up, some down, head placement as well, giving me different angles. So in this picture right here, she's creating shapes with her arms, which is crazy. Has that butterfly always been there?
Yes,
Okay.
it has, right?
That's my first time noticing it. And just because I want to bring that chair back in, I want to see what that looks like for you as well.
Yeah. Do some standing up. Or
Standing,
down.
sitting, I want you to do
Whatever.
whatever you think.
Best.
So as you can see, she is checking the mirror to see what feels best, what looks best. Nothing wrong with that. I just say don't get too caught up in
Looking in the mirror.
using the mirror, because then you're losing track of where your photographer is. And then it's always on the photographer to find the right angle out of each pose as well. So, okay. And I think that is a wrap. Look at that. Thank you. Thank you. So,
Always doing some crazy stuff.
you gotta carry that. I got that. All right, so that was a real quick, short, simple video about posing. I always say posing is only as hard as you make it. Most of it comes in the confidence, but a little know-how goes a long way. And hopefully that know-how came from this video. Thank you, Bree.
Of course. Anytime, you guys, anytime.
So if people wanted to find you on socials, where could they find you?
They could find me on Instagram at Bryshonna, BRYSHONNA. That's me. And I would say TikTok, you can find me at Breezy Shauna.
Okay.
You know, BREEZYSHONNA.
Don't worry about trying to remember how to spell all of that. I'll have it available for you. But thank you again. Once again, my name is Anthony Ferrell. Until next time.
Bye.
Poop.